Carly didn't look like herself at all. She had a very fierce face. She gritted her teeth and kept on making low, growling sounds like she was an animal. Do you believe in evil spirits? I honestly didn't think that they actually existed. For me, they used to be only fictional characters in books and movies, until I personally witnessed how my classmate had been possessed by what we believe was an evil spirit. You can call me Carol, and I will be sharing with you the weirdest and creepiest experience that I had in middle school. Before we continue with this story, I have a little challenge for you. Like this video and subscribe. Good luck will surely chase after you. Carly and I had been in the same class since we were in 3rd grade. She was a smart and friendly girl. She got along with everyone in class. She didn't have close friends that she exclusively hung out with per se, but she chatted and ate lunch with a bunch of the different cliques around school. She was always welcome in the different groups. That was just the kind of person that she was. When we were in 6th grade, Carly was still the usual happy, friendly girl. However, I noticed that she didn't eat lunch with anybody anymore. Instead, she stayed by herself under the large banyan tree near the school cafeteria. She did this almost every lunchtime. Sometimes it would seem like she was talking to someone, even when no one else was really there. One time, I approached her to invite her to eat lunch with me and my friends. I thought she would be thrilled to eat with us, since my friends and I are like the cool kids in our grade. Anyone who got to hang out with us felt very privileged. That was when I started noticing something weird going on with Carly. She was seated on one of the tree's huge roots with her eyes closed. I tapped on her shoulder. The expression she gave was something I had never seen from her before. She glared at me fiercely, like I had done something very offensive. I just wanted to ask if you wanted to eat with us. I stammered as I unconsciously took a step back, feeling very uncomfortable with the way that Carly was glaring at me. She looked so angry. I apologized, thinking that Carly might have been tired and I must have disturbed her rest, and that must be why she's upset, right? But that was only the first of her many weird behaviors that school year. Now, our classroom was next to one of the girls' bathrooms, and this bathroom had 2 cubicles, one of which was permanently locked. The school placed an out-of-order sign on that cubicle's door, and for the 6 years that I've been in that school, the toilet in that cubicle has never been fixed. So the students in the higher grades spread rumors that that other cubicle was kept closed because it was haunted. A lot of students avoided that place and preferred walking to the far end of the hallway to pee. But I don't believe in ghost stories. Since it was the nearest to the classroom, I often used that toilet in the other cubicle anyways. Although it did start getting weird in there. The last time I went to pee at school, I saw Carly crouched under the sink. She had dark circles under her eyes and she was barely moving. Carly? Are you okay? I asked her, but she just glared at me again and then hissed. Then she stared at the locked cubicle. That was when I noticed a low scratching sound from behind its door. Then the low sound turned into a loud banging from within. My knees trembled. I didn't believe in ghosts, but I also couldn't explain why there was a sound coming from the locked cubicle. I ran outside. Then, remembering that Carly was still in the bathroom, I called to my friends for help. We nervously entered the bathroom, but when we stepped in, the room was quiet, and Carly was no longer there. My friends got angry at me. They thought I was playing a joke on them. I was certain of what I saw and heard, but they didn't believe me. Then, one lunch break, the weirdest thing happened. Some of my classmates and I loved staying inside the classroom right after we ate our lunch, even when the school bell hasn't rung yet. That day, Carly suddenly slammed the door open and entered the room. We thought that maybe she was having another bad day and just ignored her. Then she started growling. At that moment, my friends and I were already feeling a little nervous. Then Carly started to lift some of the wooden armchairs and throw them across the room. We were kind of shocked because she was a petite girl and the armchairs that we had in that school were really heavy. None of us could lift it alone, not even the boys. We couldn't understand how Carly had suddenly gotten so strong. When the third chair was thrown, one of the boys asked her to stop throwing the chairs. So Carly pushed him, making him roll over the floor. That was when one of my friends decided to intervene. Greta was the tallest and biggest girl in class. She was also tough. None of the boys ever dared to tease her. So Greta stood, gripped Carly's arm, and asked her to just stop. To everyone's surprise, Carly whisked her hand away, grabbed Greta by the neck, and pinned her to the board. That time, Carly didn't look like herself at all. She had a very fierce face. She gritted her teeth and kept on making low, growling sounds like she was an animal. Greta gasped for air. Carly was choking her hard. Some of the boys and a few girls, including me, tried to help Greta by pulling Carly's hands off of her neck. But she was freakishly strong. None of us could pull her hand off. Finally, one of my classmates threw her necklace with a crucifix pendant towards Carly. She screamed when the necklace hit her, and she ran out of the room mumbling. We all trembled in fear. Some of my classmates even cried, even the boys. We all had pale faces. What had happened puzzled each and every one of us. Then, the classmate who threw the crucifix pendant at Carly told us that Carly might be possessed by an evil spirit. Recalling Carly's sudden weird behaviors over the past months, her unbelievable strength, and the way that she looked at everyone, our classmate's explanation made sense to us. 20 minutes after that lunch break, Carly came strolling into class as if nothing had happened. She was back to her normal, happy, and friendly self again. And when we confronted her about what happened, she couldn't remember anything. To this day, Carly has no recollection of the things she had done that day. And so we were never able to get a real explanation. Do you think Carly was really possessed by an evil spirit? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this story, share it to your friends, and let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Don't forget to watch our other Nutty stories too.